Okay, Universal 7 Noahide laws, series law 6, the prohibition of eating a limb of a living animal. This prohibition was given to Noah after he requested permission to eat meat in order to sustain one's life due to the spirituality going down after the flood. The generation of the flood no doubt produced a great deal of spirituality, as they used to live hundreds of years, more or less. Noah was given a permission to kill animals for food, but he was forbidden by God to eat the flesh of any animal while the animal was still alive. As it's written, every moving thing that lives shall be for you for food, just as the green herbs. I have given you everything but the flesh with its living soul, its blood you shall not eat. Of course, it doesn't mean human beings, though. There's its own explanation. Back to the law. It's forbidden for man to drink an animal's blood. It's forbidden for man to drink animal blood. The vitalizing animal soul is contained within the blood, and this is what the law refers to. When an animal dies, this vitalizing soul departs. As long as this vitalizing soul remains within the animal, its flesh is forbidden to man as food. The Noahide may eat that which dies by itself, but there is an opinion made by a Noahide scholar in this book, from what I know, I think it's a Noahide scholar, that states only the flesh of an animal killed through slaughtering is permissible. So I don't know the answer to this one. One guilty of transgressing this law is subject to punishment by the courts, whether he eats the limb of a living animal, or just the flesh of a living animal, or any internal organ, even the smallest amount. The transgression has to do only with eating. You may benefit from an animal for anything other than eating if the animal is alive as well at the same time. A person is subject to punishment by the courts for eating the limb or the flesh of either a living, domestic, or wild animals, but not for eating the limb or flesh of a living chicken, although the courts do not punish for this, but it is forbidden. When one slaughters an animal that has meat with sinews, cartilage, and bone, such as a leg, or even if it contains no bone material, such as no at all, such as the kidneys or the heart or the tongue, it's all the same. That it's regarded as a limb for the purposes of this law. A limb or piece of flesh that is hanging detached from its original position is not forbidden to be eaten after the animal is slaughtered. If one could have returned the limb to its original position, and the animal could have remained alive for a year. But if one could not have returned this limb to its original position so as to permit the animal to live for a year, this detached limb is forbidden even after the animal is slaughtered. The foregoing refers only to a limb that is actually that has been dislodged from its original position and is only slightly attached. However, if a bone were broken in a place that does not cause serious damage to the animal or bird, for example, a wing tip, the flesh covers the majority of the broken limb, then the limb is not forbidden. When the animal is slaughtered, if flesh is missing from the major portion of the limb, then the limb has to be removed completely after the animal is slaughtered, before the rest of the creature can be eaten. God gave Noah and his descendants the right to eat meat. This right is of the divine. Okay, the next teaching is going to be on the Universal 7 Noahide Laws, Series Law 7, Establishment of Courts of Law. So, set up court systems of justice and bring offenders to justice. That's going to be on the next video. So, to a good meal.